Mountain News, first at 4, continues.
Showers and possibly some strong storms will move across the state tonight before fall weather arrives for the weekend. Meteorologist Evan Hatter has more on the timing of the rain tonight. Evan?
That's right, Steve. We've got that cold front on the way. It's currently along the Ohio River, but we're already starting to see a few showers and storms trying to pop up well ahead of it this afternoon. Outside right now, from our I-64 camera at Moorhead, they've actually gotten in on some rain today. At least the cloudiness from an area of rainfall to work through the bluegrass part of Kentucky. That's actually a good thing because it's kept us a little bit more stable in this area. Contrast that with what's going on outside here in Perry County. The sun is out at Buffalo Mountain. We're sitting in those low 80s. That's just helping provide instability for more showers and storms to develop later on. You see most of us throughout much of the area in the upper 70s to low 80s at this hour. But notice places like Moorhead and Irvin a little bit cooler because they've been dealing with clouds and showers. Those dew points, yeah, they are more than enough for some severe weather this time of year. In the low 60s for most, even some mid and upper 60s in the Cumberland Valley. Watching a few showers and storms trying to get going now from southern parts of Rockcastle County through eastern parts of Pulaski County and just now east of Monticello, about to cross into McCreary County. No lightning with these so far, but likely some heavy rain, maybe some small hail as well. It's something we'll be keeping an eye on because the severe weather, or at least the previously severe weather, has been across parts of West Kentucky. Had a severe thunderstorm warning out there not too long ago. In fact, a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for them. Mid-50s for tonight, and that's after those storms move through because we'll drop like a rock once those storms do finally move on through. I'll have the full breakdown of timing and the main threats coming up in just a bit. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. The former student charged in the 2018 shooting rampage at a Parkland, Florida high school that left 17 people dead appeared in court today. Attorneys for Nicholas Cruz say he will plead guilty to the killings next week. CBS's Michael George reports.
Nicholas Cruz walked into a Florida courtroom Friday morning, prepared to plead guilty to killing 14 students and 3 faculty members at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School on Valentine's Day 2018. He previously pleaded not guilty.
It is our intent to enter a change of plea to all charges.
But the judge said she would not accept that plea until another hearing set for next Wednesday. Cruz's attorneys told the court their client intends to accept responsibility for 17 counts of first-degree murder and 17 counts of attempted first-degree murder, hoping he can avoid the death penalty. Prosecutors argue Cruz deserves a death sentence and have not made a plea deal.
In count 1 of the information, you're charged with attempted aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer.
During Friday's hearing, Judge Elizabeth Scherer did accept the 23-year-old's guilty plea for an attack on a jail guard that happened 9 months after the shooting.
How do you wish to plead?
I plead guilty. Cruz's trial for the shooting has been delayed due to the pandemic and arguments between lawyers. Michael George, CBS News.
Following the shooting, Parkland student activists launched a nationwide charge for tighter gun control laws through their March for Our Lives movement. This month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and helping survivors throughout our region, not just this month, but every day, are staff with the Leslie Knott Letcher Perry Community Action Council, known as LKLP. Staff say their program provides immediate resources to help those impacted by various forms of abuse from intimate relationships. While there are several signs of domestic abuse like intimidation and extreme jealousy, staff urge people to seek help if they or someone they know are impacted. Director of Domestic Violence Services, Allie Rose, says the program also offers a safe house for survivors to live.
Primary focus is safety. Safety first. What can we do to make sure that everyone is safe in a family, or private or personal setting? And then once safety is established, we look forward towards gaining stability and independence.
Rose says for anyone needing immediate support, there is a 24-hour crisis line. Folks can call 1-800-928-3131. A U.S. Capitol police officer was arrested today in connection to the January 6th insurrection. Prosecutors say Michael Riley obstructed justice when he told a contact online to remove posts showing that person in the Capitol building that day. According to the indictment, Riley was in a phishing-related Facebook group with the person. He sent private messages saying he was a Capitol police officer and agreed with their political stance, but told the person they needed to take down their posts about the insurrection because law enforcement was investigating. Riley was not on duty in the Capitol during the attack. Former President Bill Clinton is in a California hospital recovering from a non-COVID related infection. CBS's Elise Preston has more on his condition.
A spokesperson for President Bill Clinton says the former president was admitted to the University of California Irvine Medical Center Tuesday evening. He was attending some private events in the area.
At the first event, he started to feel lightheaded, nausea, vomiting, and was brought to a hospital. And at that hospital was found to have an infection in his blood. And they did a CAT scan, looked all over his body and even his brain. And the infection source was found to be the urine.
CBS News medical contributor Dr. David Agus has been in contact with Mr. Clinton's lead doctor and the former president's team, who gave him permission to discuss his case. He says the former president underwent tests to determine what bacteria was causing the infection.
He was put on what we call a broad spectrum antibiotics. So several antibiotics. Once they identified it as E. coli, they're down to one intravenous antibiotic.
Clinton's spokesperson says he's on the mend, in good spirits, and is incredibly thankful to the doctors, nurses, and staff providing him with excellent care, and added he's responding well to antibiotics. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
Former President Clinton has faced some other health issues since he was president, including quadruple bypass surgery and a procedure to place 2 stents. More Americans experienced pregnancy complications during the pandemic than in 2019. That's according to a study published by the JAMA Network Open Friday. Researchers looked at nearly 325,000 pregnancies in 2019 and 2020. They determined the pandemic impacted a significant number of patients in the U.S. beginning in March of 2020, but they say they do not know if it was an actual COVID-19 infection that impacted the pregnancies. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has been saying getting the COVID-19 vaccine can save your life, and new data backs up those claims. According to the CDC, unvaccinated adults are 11 times more likely to die from COVID-19 than fully vaccinated adults. They also face a 6 times higher risk of testing positive. With the number of COVID-19 cases dropping now, the risk of unvaccinated people dying from the virus has also dropped some, but the risk of hospitalization among that group has continued to climb. For this analysis, the CDC gathered data from 14 states representing 30% of the population. Mountain Mayhem kicks off its 10 Nights of Terror tonight. WYMT's Chas Jenkins is at the haunted house in Whitesburg to share what terrors await visitors.
I'm here at Mountain Mayhem, where the ghouls and ghosts are out and about, preparing for this frightening event. 10 Nights of Fright begins at 8 p.m. tonight and ends on Halloween. Event organizers will also be hosting Lights Out on Thursdays, where all of the lights in the attraction will be completely turned off, and participants will be given a single glow stick to navigate their way through the eerie walkways. Owner Nikki Tyler says they have precautions set in place to keep things spooky but safe.
Doing sanitation in between, taking a few breaks for that. We only put one group in at a time. If you come with a large group, we will break you down into smaller groups, but you're not going in with people you don't know. You're coming, you're going in with who you came with.
Tyler says weekends are 8 to 12 and weeknights are 7 to 10. In Whitesburg, Chas Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
Chas will be talking to one of those actors tonight at 6. A new salon opened today in Pikeville called Luxurious Locks. The salon includes 6 beauticians and offers a variety of different services along with your typical cuts and colors such as microblading, hair extensions, and lash extensions. The salon owner, Carrie Sawyers, previously owned salons in different locations but says this one at 363 Hambley Boulevard is the best yet. She believes her salon is now more accessible than ever and it feels great to be open.
Feels great. Yeah, we had a soft opening there for a few weeks, just kind of worked kinks out of everything before we done our big grand opening and just waiting for everything to come in and get set up. But it's here. Today's the day and feels good to say that we're open.
Sawyers and her beauticians were also excited about the salon's call-in number, which is 606-HAIR-606. Sawyers also said social media is a great way to keep up with what is going on there. Coming up on First at 4, once known mainly for videos of dance trends, TikTok has evolved into a video sharing site for all parts of life. But all this popularity has also created some new concerns.
And after highs in the 80s this week, we could see some lows in the 30s this weekend. I'll have the breakdown on that and our storm chances coming up straight ahead.